Hey, welcome to episode 49 of Duke's Apocalypse Kitchen. We are doing crab cakes. And you know why we're doing crab cakes? Because you guys are getting really good at this by now. You're asking me some really great questions, although there's no such thing as a bad question. You are asking me some really good questions and keeping me on task. And also, you're showing me pictures of the stuff you made. And you're out there cooking, and that is awesome, and I love that. And we're ready to step it up just a tiny bit. And I don't mean that things are going to get hard. I mean that I'm going to start doing things, a series within the series called Date Night. Because we're all eating at home a lot more. And that doesn't mean that it's got to be basic. We're going to start to learn to cook some things that are really expensive in restaurants. And it's still going to come in way under than going out. Mm-hmm. So tonight we're doing crab cakes.
And so can I just pause you because your shirt actually matches your mayonnaise.
It does indeed.
What the heck?
It's the best mayonnaise on the planet. Hi, Duke's mayonnaise. It's a Southern thing. And even though I look terrible in yellow, I bought this shirt because I loved them. And this is an old t-shirt. I've had this for a long time. And I'm like, we're making crab cakes. It's going to be made with Duke's mayo, and they're going to be amazing. So that's what we're doing.
All right.
So yeah, okay. I have a half a pound of crab.
Where did you get the crab from?
I got it from, what's the name of the place? Monahan's at Sparrow Market. God, I was like, Mavericks,
So
whatever.
if a human, because I wouldn't even know where to source crab, you would go to Sparrow Market and you would get.
So what's important to know is that this is pre-cooked crab, and it comes in a can.
Okay.
So you can buy the can of crab in 1 pound, and that's available in a lot of different markets. And I think a smaller can is available. They happen to have opened the cans and sold me a half pound of crab because that was all that I needed. The thing about these crab cakes that we're going to do today is that we are not going to pan fry them. There's going to be so much luscious fat in the mix that we're going to bake them in the oven, and they're going to come out totally crispy and delicate, and they're not going to be packed full of filler.
Okay.
Be tons of crab. What we have to do first with our crab is put it in the bowl and go through it with a fork and look for little bits of shell, because that's a thing sometimes.
That's a date killer.
Could be, yeah.
If you cook me shell-filled crab cakes,
And
I'm going to have questions.
Yeah, and this half pound doesn't take me more than a minute to check the whole thing. Be like, yeah, there's no shell in there. We're good to go. So crab cakes, the base is made of a few basics: mayonnaise, cracker crumbs, spices, and an egg. And then there's some other things that you can put in too. I'm gonna go grab my egg. We're gonna pause for 1 second.
Okay.
All right,
just go.
we're back. I got the egg that I forgot out of the fridge. A couple other things happened. Gonna remain nameless.
We are keeping it real.
Okay. Back to the crab cakes. Channeling the crab cakes. We got a crab, half pound.
Yay.
I have 10 saltine crackers, and I'm gonna crush them with every fiber of my being.
Your jujitsu hands are gonna crush them. I'm crushing your crackers. I'm crushing your
date
crackers.
night. It's filled with romance.
Oh wow, you did that very well.
Didn't I?
You did. That was like,
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna smash you.
Be worried.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Now, mayonnaise.
Yes.
Quarter cup.
Quarter cup.
Yeah. We're gonna do this in a little bowl. All of our little wet things, we're gonna mix in a bowl first, and then we'll fold into there.
Okay.
One like
I'm all for it.
this guy. 1 egg that I forgot earlier. In you go.
You just delayed its arrival.
I did, didn't I?
Mm-hmm.
It needed to make an entrance. Quarter cup of Duke's mayo.
So is Duke's a regional thing? I've literally never heard of this mayonnaise before.
It's a Southern mayonnaise, and to me, it's kind of a combination. It's like the middle between mayonnaise and Miracle Whip.
Interesting.
It's tangier, but not the sweet tangier.
Okay.
It's a little more than a quarter cup, I'm just saying.
I have never met a mayonnaise I didn't like,
Right.
so I'm all for it.
Yeah. And it's Duke's, So how could it be bad?
And you can buy it in any grocery store around here? Is it just like a standard thing?
Yes. Now it is.
Okay.
I wouldn't say it's super standard.
Mm-hmm.
Deli mustard. One with a fat tablespoon. Dijon mustard is a good one. And any mustard you have in the fridge is also a good one. Couple shakes, about a teaspoon and a half of Worcestershire sauce.
Is that how you pronounce it? Worcestershire?
So here's the funny thing. There is a place in Boston, a city outside of Boston, called Worcester.
Okay.
And they all pronounce it Worcester.
Okay.
So I always said Worcester sauce because it's that place from Boston with shire and sauce at the end. So you can say Worcestershire sauce, or I called it Worcester sauce. And then people are like, it's Worcestershire sauce. And they, I don't know. I go with the Boston.
I think I ran into a YouTube video about how they make it, and it's actually kind of complicated and interesting, if I remember correctly.
Oh yeah, it's there's anchovies in there.
Yeah.
Like I said, people say I don't like anchovies. I say, do you like Worcestershire sauce? Or
it's a really good chance you like
Worcestershire
it.
sauce? And they say, well, yeah. And this, congratulations, you like anchovies. Old Bay. We're also going with about a teaspoon of that.
Oh.
I'm gonna get a little dry spoon. I'm gonna fish some of that shit out.
We're gonna be back in a minute.
See you in a minute. Okay, we're back. I scooped out a half a pound of Old Bay seasoning that just invited itself to the pool, and I whisked it with a fork briefly. This is our wet mix that's going to go into our crackers and crab that we
And can I just back up 1 minute? Before you put the 1.5 pounds of Old Bay seasoning in there, you were saying how much should you put in?
It was about a teaspoon and a half.
Okay.
It depends on how much spice you like.
Right.
So a teaspoon is the base, and then maybe another half or a whole teaspoon.
But not the whole thing.
Not the whole box.
All right.
Not the whole box. All right.
As Julia Child says, what happens in the kitchen stays in the kitchen.
Does it?
Unless you really screw it up.
All right. We are going to fold this in, and we're going to get going.
Are you done with the mayonnaise?
Moving the mayonnaise?
Yeah. And you could probably move the Worcestershire sauce.
Voila.
Voila.
The oven's telling me it's ready. That's 450 degrees.
Oh, so this is a really hot oven.
Hot oven, and it's going to go fast. It's going to go about 10 minutes. Look how easy this was.
You have this fancy oven that continues to tell you when it's ready by flicking the light on and off.
That's because it's possessed, not because it's ready. Oh, you know what we didn't do?
What?
Celery. It was laying here looking at me.
I feel like this should be titled like, this is the one that went a little sideways.
This is the whole episode that went sideways. We set this aside.
And now we're going to watch you
fine dice some celery.
And we're going to do it in time lapse. We'll be back in a minute.
And diced up the celery. Tiny dice. I really do love the flavor of the celery in with the crab cakes in the Old Bay, so I really didn't want to leave it out. I am just going to sprinkle it in.
And they're really small. You did them in very tiny pieces.
Yeah, this is what we'd call a tiny dice, small dice. Now, I'm going to start folding all of this together. And I don't want to be too rough with it because I just don't want to break the large chunks of crab into smaller chunks. You pay for how big the chunks are. That's jumbo lump crab.
Oh, is that how you buy? I don't know.
That's how it's graded.
Yeah.
And that's what you get in the can, and it is delightful. And it's really nice and sweet. But this is our whole recipe in a bowl. I'm going to scoop these out onto our sheet tray and bake them in the oven, and they are totally done. No pan frying, no house smelling like fish or crab or anything like that. It's date night. You can serve twice baked potatoes with these, some kind of mashed potatoes, corn. Corn would be amazing with this. A nice salad, some lemon wedges, and a whole bunch of beer.
Mm-hmm.
That is if you're dating me. All right. I am ready to scoop and go.
And do you have a particular measure when you scoop it? It looks like you're...
This one has a little bit of water in it. Weird. Okay. Half a cup. I'll
Okay.
take the half a cup one because that looks about the size of crab cake I would want to have.
I was going to say, did you buy those just so that you could form things?
Nope. I bought them because they were purple. That was it. That was my whole thinking in a nutshell. Look at that.
Beautiful.
I know, right? No, again, just because something's decadent doesn't mean it's difficult to make it. It just means we're a little nervous of screwing it up. So the whole purpose of our date night episodes is that we're going to get over that fear and learn how to cook a more expensive ingredient well. We're going to do duck breast, we're going to do steaks, we're going to do salmon, pan-seared, we're going to do a bunch of things. Scallops.
Ooh, I love your scallops.
Yeah.
Wow, those are a little bit bigger than I remember crab cakes as being.
Yeah, some people, these are not to be squashed down, by the way. These are round, big, like crab balls, but it's hard to sell crab balls on a menu. See? Bad marketing agent for those guys. But you don't want to squash these down. Keeps them nice and tender. All right, in the oven for about 10, maybe 12 minutes. I'll let you know how much time it took when we come back. They're finally done. We're back. They went for about 16 minutes, and they are looking beautiful. I'm going to rip them out of the oven right now.
And the idea is you kept putting on more time because you wanted them to be golden.
I do. Look at that.
Oh, those look amazing. We're going to come in for a close-up.
They're super amazing.
Oh, wow.
Didn't have to pan fry. They're not going to be greasy. They're going to be really, really rich because of that nice mayo and everything that is in there in the egg. But they're not going to be that pan-fried grease flavor. And I hate that.
And the smell, I'm just going to give you a little smell-o-vision. Like, that smell is amazing.
Yep. So, I'm going to plate these up. And it's date night, so my lovely is here.
Your date is here.
Come around here.
Come around so the humans can see you.
Okay.
And I'm just grabbing straight out of the jar tartar sauce because we're fancy like that. Yeah. You can make tartar sauce, but this was easier. May I squeeze some lemon?
May I squeeze you? May I squeeze you, please?
Voila, madame.
Voila. Can you show the camera really quick?
Yeah.
Let's take a beauty shot of that. Look at that.
Oh, yeah. Little tartar sauce for me. Okay, so the next episode is episode 50, and it's a big year for me this year. I don't know why, but it's going to be epic, and it might involve a Pop-Tart cheesecake.
What?
I know.
Of course
so
it would.
You're going to want to tune in for that, and before we go, I just want to say hi, Lois.
Oh, hi.
See ya.